on my way to the grocery store to pick up all the ingredients that I need for this 4-day cleanse. I'm super excited and I have a feeling that this is going to be actually a super cheap grocery. Fingers crossed. We'll see if that actually is the case. I'm just preparing some things for the week so that I'm not doing a bunch of cleaning and prep during the week that might prevent me from eating well. I have just some carrot tops washed and cut here, kale that's been cut and washed. It's all been washed and cut essentially. This is some Swiss chard or rainbow chard. And then I'm just de-stemming some thyme that I dried and putting it into a little bowl. And then I bought organic roasted dandelion root tea, and this is what we're working with in terms of veggies, or no, in terms of fruits. We have apples, green and red, oranges, an Asian pear. I have some more pears over there, lots of lemons, 2 limes. I've got some celery that I packaged up in tin foil because it keeps longer, some fennel, arugula, red pepper, and then I've just got my fresh herbs that you saw earlier over there. Oh yeah, and that don't mind that. That's tonight because it's my last day that I can have something naughty. I'm currently preparing tonight's dinner, which is the day before the cleanse. So tonight we're having pesto pasta and chicken, or chicken pesto pasta. I'm going to break down what the cleanse is going to be like over the next 4 days. So essentially this cleanse is to reset your eliminatory process in your body, because our liver gets really congested with all of the toxins and everything in our day-to-day. And for bringing your hormones back into balance, it's super important that your elimination pathways are clear, because your hormones will signal what to get rid of your body and what to keep in. And so if you watched my last video, that's why I am making an effort to eat more blood sugar balancing meals, but also this is the next step to really make sure that your hormones are on a fast track to rebalancing. As I'm preparing these cookies as my final sneaky sweet treat before I can't have sweet treats, I'll explain to you really my why. I talked about this also in my last video, but I have struggled with acne and skin texture for so many years, and it started when I first went to university in 2017. Me putting in all this effort to really bring my hormones back into balance is because I've been experiencing little symptoms here and there with my women's health, with my cycle, with everything, which has made me really want to take care of my body. LOL, the irony. First of all, I want to be really clear that I'm not doing this to deprive myself or to lose weight or any sort of body physique altering reasons. I am doing this as an act of self-love to my hormones and to all the processes that go on in my body to make sure that I am functioning on my most optimal level. And the reason why I love to make videos with this kind of information is because I wish that I had this kind of information 10 years ago when I was going through acne, weight gain, lots of depression and negative self-talk, and I didn't know how to deal with it, when it really all came down to my hormones and me just not knowing how to take care of my body, me not knowing anything about women's health and how unique we are as women, and how our health and our nourishment needs to be treated with this understanding in mind. I'm just now preparing my lunch. So for lunch, it's gonna be some white fish. I forget what fish this is. I think it's just like tilapia, something like really basic. I'm gonna put some olive oil on it, some lemon, salt and pepper, and some cilantro and parsley. This morning, after eating the fruit, I ate the fruit at like 9. It's now 12:30, and to be honest, I started to feel hungry probably not even 30 minutes after I ate the bowl. And for this cleanse, it's not supposed to be a fast, but you're not supposed to be filling yourself at every single second of the day, because it's teaching you how to like really become close with your hunger cues and like, is it really food that you need, or is it just like maybe an activity or some other sort of like stimulation? But luckily I had a lot of work to do on my computer and stuff, so I was editing until just about this moment, which is why I felt pretty distracted from like that feeling of hunger. Definitely it's a feeling that I struggle to control, I guess you could say. But since I am so used to eating like a very protein rich breakfast, it definitely was a change. And let's just say I'm really excited to eat lunch. It's gonna be a really big lunch too. Okay, I'm gonna be super honest. I am just making dinner now, and I am sitting on the couch because I literally have no energy at all. I want to be able to do like a really gentle Pilates or some sort of movement to like get the circulation flowing in my body and to move all of this good food through my body. But I am so tired. I've been so hungry all day. Like, I literally can't think or do anything like normal because my body just wants more food. And I'm trying to determine if this is actually my body wanting more food, or if it's trying to like mask maybe something else that my body is trying to tell me. And so I had a snack around 2:30 and then again at like 4:30 of quinoa, peanut butter, and a green apple. And when I ate it, it like really filled me up, and I felt immediately like more energy, ready to go do something. And then 30 minutes later, all that energy gone. So it's hard to like keep sustained energy on this cleanse. And I don't know if it's just my body in particular, or if this is part of the whole entire process of like my hormones resetting, of my body kind of clearing everything out and coming back to homeostasis. But I'm hanging in there. I am so excited to eat my vegetable soup tonight, and then the goal is to have like a very light dinner so you sleep deeper. Then tomorrow morning, I just can't even imagine having my little like fruit bowl, which is literally nothing. Like, no food keeps me full for like 30 minutes. But we are going to keep going on with this cleanse because I know that it's difficult for a reason. Usually when things are most difficult, on the other side there's an even greater reward, or that's what I like to tell myself. So let's keep going. It's day 2. I just ate breakfast, and I have to say, this feeling of hunger, which I know it's the goal, not necessarily hunger, but like eating lighter is the goal of this entire cleanse, but man, is it difficult, like so much more difficult than I thought it was gonna be. I'm just not used to eating like no protein, which again, it's the goal of the entire cleanse. But I literally this morning was woken up because I was dreaming about an iced coffee with like a lot of sugary things in it. So my body is like, give me carbs, give me sugar, give me all the things that are not good for you. But today, this morning at least, I do have energy. It's just this, I need to separate the feeling of hunger from energy. I have some stuff to do today. I'm going to go to a cafe and do some work on my computer. Oh yeah, and also I have decided to continue drinking coffee during this cleanse. I know it definitely isn't like in alignment with the cleanse. It's just my relationship with coffee, and I have done so many cleanses from coffee specifically to learn like what my relationship to it is and how it impacts me, how it affects me and everything. And I just didn't feel like doing that with this cleanse, which I take full accountability for. Like, that doesn't make sense, and that's not doing the cleanse 100%. Yeah, I just wanted to drink my coffee during this cleanse. Oh, another thing that I'm gonna squat down because the camera's really low. Another thing that I've been making sure to do is just like drink a lot more water, because I'm intaking so much more fiber than usual, and you really need to drink water to like push it through. And it's crazy how sometimes you think that you're hungry, but really you're just thirsty. The amount of times like I'm so hungry and I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna have some water, and then the hunger goes away. It's like, makes me question in my day-to-day life how much I reach for food when really all I need is water, or maybe something even a little bit more hydrating. Before I eat, I thought it would be interesting to show like my skin today. So like I said earlier, I did have a coffee today, which definitely could impact the redness in my skin, but I'm seeing kind of like, I don't know if it's like detox symptoms, but I've got like some redness, definitely some redness and like pimples around my chin, around my mouth, which is like very hormonal area. So I'm curious if this is going to improve over the next couple days with the detox, or if this is almost like inflammation or just like redness coming up from me not fueling myself enough. I don't know. I have to sit with those questions and really like journal about it, but I thought it might be interesting to show you. In the spirit of self-care, I'm going to oil my scalp today because my hair is already super oily. I'm just gonna use some castor oil and some red thyme essential oil. So you know how I said that I was still drinking my coffee during this cleanse? Well, I'm starting to second guess it. I am listening to Alisa Vitti, or Vitti, I don't know how to pronounce her name. And this like video that she's just posted on YouTube, 3 secret reasons women shouldn't have coffee and how caffeine impacts our hormones, just in case you couldn't read that on the screen. And I now have the information to understand that me drinking coffee during this cleanse is totally like negating a major factor of like hormone balance which is the goal of this cleanse. So I'm going to try tomorrow and the next day to not have my regular cup of coffee in the morning. And again, I only have 1 cup of coffee a day. It's just that it is so good. Like, I guess if I could dive into why I have it, is because it signals to my body that like that's enough. Because if I don't have it, I am constantly craving like sugary things or carby things to get that same like boost of energy. So I guess like if we could really bring it down to the root cause, there's like a lack of energy. It's not a crazy enough lack that I can't do my day-to-day, but it's definitely there because my body is like giving me symptoms and signs to go reach for things that would also give me a hit of energy. Especially if you have breast cancer in your family, which I do, and like thyroid issues, especially with the women in your family, like this is so something worth taking seriously. And I say that out loud for me, because I'll always be like, yeah, I'll stop coffee, and then I go right back on it. So let's see how this goes on the next couple days. I'm having a teeny weeny snack of quinoa and leftover fish from lunch, which she said is okay to have another serving of lunch. I'm still feeling hungry, so I'm gonna eat this pear too. Tonight is vegetable soup. I cheated a little bit and put some quinoa in it because I'm just so hungry. Steamed kale, and then I made myself a drink of blackberry lime water and a little bit of honey. Oh my god, it's day 3. Last night I was so close to ending this freaking cleanse. It's the nighttime that is so hard. It's like all my hunger from the day builds up and I'm just like full of rage. I'm like, I need food. I've been so hungry this entire time, but I keep charging forward. I keep going through with the cleanse. I'm trying to learn like exactly what's going on in my body, so the cleanse is a little bit easier if I know like exactly what's going on, and I understand like I'm detoxing like excess estrogen and all this stuff, but sometimes it gets a little bit too sciencey that I need to like bring it back down to like real world terms and everything. So I've been trying to research that just to like ease my discomfort a little bit. This cleanse is so challenging in so many different ways. Help me out. I am so close to breaking this cleanse. You just saw what I ate for lunch. I had like a big salad with a huge bowl of quinoa and cannellini beans, which I only ate like a tiny little bit of. The reason why I'm struggling so hard is because I'm eating so much raw food. I don't normally eat that much raw food because of all my years of acupuncture. All my acupuncturists suggested to me that eating cooked and warm foods is what's going to be best for my body type. And so I'm starting to see the effects of that. And also just the fact that I'm eating so much less like dense food than normal. My head is in the air. I cannot focus on anything. I can't get anything done. Like, I feel genuinely so lazy. I could just be on my phone all day, and that's not the point either, because if I'm on my phone, I'm watching YouTube videos, or if I'm doing whatever, I'm just passing away the day by being distracted. Update, I made myself a decaf coffee, and for right now, it's really hitting the spot. Maybe the reason why I feel like I just can't do it anymore today is because I didn't have like my normal cup of coffee this morning, which is so possible because I am so addicted, even at 1 cup a day. And even though this is decaf, it tastes amazing. So you're probably wondering what that last meal was and why do I not have a 4th day in this 4-day cleanse? That's because I ended my cleanse. I decided to end my cleanse on the 3rd day at dinner time. So I made it all the way through up until dinner time, and I just could not take it anymore. I was so hungry. It genuinely felt like I was doing a fast for 3 days, which I'm still determining if that was just detox symptoms, because I haven't done a detox in a very long time, or if that was genuinely my body like sending me hunger signals. But whatever it was, I decided that that was enough and I stopped on the 3rd day, which I know it sucks because it's like, oh, you're so close, like you only had 1 more day left. Honestly, the biggest factor that made me stop was that I literally could not get anything done in 1 day, which again is a little bit a point of the cleanse. Like she says, you really should be moving slowly and like at nighttime be doing nothing. But I was so cranky, so irritated. I could not get anything done in 1 day. Like I used to have ADHD when I was a kid, but now it's not even present in my life. So I don't even consider myself as someone who has it. But on that 3rd day, I was exactly like how I was as a kid. I couldn't remember anything of what I was doing. I was bopping from one thing to another, to another, to another, like with no rhyme or reason, leaving all of my tasks uncompleted. And the second I stood up, I would forget what I was doing. And then I would go on my phone. And I would go on my phone and go on my phone because I was feeling lots of discomfort in my body. And I was able to tough it through for those first 2.5 days, but finally at dinner time, I was like, I'm calling it quits. Now, enough with the negativity. Let's get to the positivity. What did I like about this cleanse? I actually thought this cleanse was super helpful, and I'm curious to do it again for the full 4 days in a couple months. Overall, this cleanse taught me so much about how I want to move forward with my eating and how I want to fuel and nourish my body. The first thing is that I want to start including some sort of green vegetable with every single meal, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I felt that the increased fiber or the increased green intake, whether that be steamed or raw or sauteed, helped so much with just my feeling of fullness, and I could almost feel the micronutrients inside of me. Like I woke up having more energy, and that's, again, all the green is helping to detox the liver, and I know that my liver in particular was very congested, which is why I was feeling all of those feelings of anger and irritation, because that's all related to the liver. So I was really going through some severe detox. Another positive thing about this cleanse is that I feel so clear-minded. I feel clear in the things that I want to do. Now that I'm on the other side of it, right, and I've had like a full day of eating substantial like food, I now have this newfound sense of clarity, right? But when I was in it, let me tell you, I was not feeling clear. I was feeling very foggy minded. Yeah, and I feel lighter. I feel almost like my heart is more open, which is not something I was expecting. In terms of my skin, I actually do think it helped my skin a lot under the surface. Like, I don't know how much you can see from there, but I still have like a little bit of like breakouts, and I have like redness, of course, on my cheeks, and I still have this texture. Of course, it's not a miracle cleanse. Nothing that took this many years to arrive is gonna go away in 4 days. I'm aware of that, but I genuinely feel that on the inside and on the under of my skin, I feel cleaner, I feel lighter, I feel like there's definitely been more flow introduced. And that brings me on to my third positive aspect about this cleanse, is that I've now learned the importance of taking baths and really clearing your elimination pathways. So whether that is sweating, whether that is Epsom salt bath, whether that is dry brushing, it's so important. And there's a reason why we crave a sweat or we crave a bath. It's probably because you need to get something out. And I now know that I can use sweating and like doing a workout that brings on a sweat is actually a tool in my toolkit, not just something that happens if like I happen to do a strenuous workout. It's actually a tool that I can use when it's placed in the right part of my cycle. Of course, I'm not going to do that when I'm bleeding on my period, but when I have more energy in my ovulatory or follicular phase, to help detoxify and just make me feel the best that I could feel. And one of the final things that I learned by doing this cleanse is I now understand how different foods affect me. As you saw in the clip right before this one, my meal the night that I called it quits, we went out for sushi and I got like a ramen bowl with one sushi roll. And let me tell you, oh, and I had dairy-free ice cream with that, or after that, and I felt like I could pass out. Like I was in a total food coma. And I'm fine with the fact that I quote-unquote binged after, because I know my body felt like I was in such a deprived state. Of course, that's not the goal in life, to like deprive yourself and binge. That's not at all what we're going for. It's actually the complete opposite. But I'm kind of happy that I did it, because immediately right after I saw the impact and felt the impact. I'm someone that needs to do and like make errors to learn a lesson. And so I immediately felt like how ramen, so that's like, you know, heavy broth with chicken and then like wheat noodles and lots of like carbs, right? Because you've got like the white rice from the sushi and everything. I immediately felt like how it made me feel like tired and just like a potato essentially. I actually had the leftovers of that meal just for lunch today, and again, like so tired I could go for another coffee. And before, I never questioned that. I was just like, oh, I'm just tired today. No, like stupid, it's literally the fucking food that you're eating that's making you that way. And of course, like the restaurant we went to is not giving you like the best of the best quality of ingredients and stuff. So there's probably a bunch of additives and gross stuff in that food anyway. And I have the felt effect of how that makes me feel after coming from such a pure state after my cleanse. And so I definitely will be doing this cleanse again, and I am going to do it for the 4 days, even if it brings me close to the other side. But I definitely think this is a cleanse best to do around the springtime, and it is springtime here because springtime is the time for the liver, and it is the time that the energy starts to rise in your body. So if you have any blockages, that's kind of when it's gonna come up the most. And so I really enjoyed doing this in alignment with the seasons, eating more greens, which now we're starting to see a little bit more green. Feels very aligned. So overall, I'm super satisfied with the cleanse, even though I didn't make it to the final day. It is a lot more difficult than I thought it was gonna be, so fair warning if you think, I don't know how, I luckily wasn't working while I did this, but if you're working, I don't know if it would be easier or harder because you're distracted by work. So maybe in a way it would be easier, but you also are struggling with these like insane cravings. I don't know. That would be something to investigate. But thank you so much for watching this video. I know this was a longer one, but I really wanted to provide my experience doing this sort of cleanse to restore my hormonal balance and to really deepen my relationship with my feminine essence and my body. And I mean, that's what my channel is all about. That's kind of why I started this channel. And so yeah, if you made it all the way to this point in the video, thank you so much, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.